Hello. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Hi, I'm Heather from Booktubes. I don't know if this is the beginning of the vlog or not. To be honest, I don't even know if you're seeing this vlog. Only the future knows. However, I feel like doing a weekly reading vlog, so here we are. No particular theme. It's just going to be reading as much as I can in the schedule that I have for this week. I am currently in the middle of 5 books, which is very unusual for me. I'm pretty much maxed out at 3, but not today. So 2 of these are technically like on pause, but I would like to get them done. So let's see. They're not actually DNFs, right? I just have moved on with my life with other things. So here we go. What I'm actually currently reading is Office Hours by Katrina and Jacquelyn. I am 50%, over 50% maybe into that book. I would like to finish it today. That would be a win. It's already 5 o'clock, so, you know, we'll see. But I want to finish Office Hours is professors, contemporary romance, high heat, low angst. Honestly, so far, great time. And I'm hoping that our main character, who is a Black woman professor, is going to treat herself better, take better care of herself by the end of the book. That's the goal. Also, my child's gonna play Oculus, so that's what's with the padded background. We gotta get this done so he can get in here. I'm also currently in the middle of Yona of the Dawn, volume 14, I guess. What's today? Today is the 12th, and I am 3 behind, maybe more, on 30 and 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Help. We went from being 1 or 2 behind to 6 behind really quickly. How did that happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn it. Okay, so we need to catch up on 30 and 30, but right now I'm in the middle of Yona volume 14, and I really want to finish all the Yona volumes I have, which is through 20, and all of the Apothecary Diaries I have, which is through 8. Yes, through 8 in September, so those can be, you know, 1 in the wrap up and not have to. I just want an easy wrap up. That's actually the goal. But okay, so I really need to catch up on that or give up hope, one or the other. Because I can tell you this, falling behind by 6 definitely is like the biggest possible overcomable gap that we're gonna have. I can tell you that right now. If we don't maintain and close this gap, it's done. It's done. We might as well just call it. So that's fun. That's news to me. That is news to me that is our current status on 30 and 30. So that's unfortunate. Anywho, so I need to finish Yona 14, maybe read some more volumes, it sounds like. I need to finish Office Hours today. Those are the goals. Finish Yona, finish Office Hours. And then I should also make progress on the Spellshop by Beth Durst. I'm buddy reading this with Tracy at BookendtoBookend, and she is several chapters in and I am 1 chapter in. She's already like given me a day. So I need to make some progress on that. And then I also have Carving for Cara by McSherry, which I think I'm going to read for a rant review because I read the first 2 chapters and they are not good. And my fellow buddy reader, LeeAnn at RomanceSchmomance, she finished it. Like, she finished it ages ago. So technically I don't have to finish it for the buddy read, but I think I will. And then lastly, we are still around 30% into The Sun, the Storm, and the Shadows, which is Hearts of Maya, number 1 by Mikayla D. Hornedo. The reason why this is not a firm DNF is because when I'm actually reading it, I'm really enjoying it. It's supposed to be a spicy, no spice yet, fantasy romance, and it's 2 couples. So you have 2 sisters. They get captured by these 2 fae. They are humans. They don't even know that fae exist. Which personally I think they're long last fae, but I don't know that. And like, they're definitely paired off. And I don't want to DNF it. I want to finish it. It's just been overwhelming, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I could knock it out super easily if I just sat down and read it, but instead I've been picking up other things. But it's not a DNF, it's on currently reading. And I am not like Megan at me out fader. Don't even start. She had her currently reading shelf is her DNF shelf. It's a problem. But not me. And I'm not gonna be like that either. Which means it either needs to get put back on the TBR, put on as a DNF, or read, because it's not living on the currently reading shelf for very much longer. It's been there since August. Okay, let's get our act together. So that's what I'm in the middle of, and then I'm sure I have other things I want to read, so let's get this currently reading shelf to a more manageable 1 to 2, shall we?
So my sister saw that I'm obsessed with mushrooms and got me multiple mushroom things as just like a random gift, which was super, super sweet. Also, I love dahlias, and if I could grow them, my life would be complete, but you know, I have a black thumb. But anyways, yeah, there's several mushroom things in this vlog that she gifted me, so know that. Moving right along with our days to the next day, reading manga, doing the thing, making progress on all of the books, and you know, honestly, great.
Hello, it's the next morning. I'm going to do some work on my computer and some reading journal catch up. But let us do a reading update, shall we? So last night I finished volume 14 of Yona the Dawn. Then I finished Office Hours by Katrina and Jackson, which I gave 4 stars. It was fun. There's no plot, it's just them vibing. It's just like how a regular relationship might happen between coworkers who are professors, colleagues, if you will, and I enjoyed it. Then this morning I read Yona the Dawn volume 15 and Yona the Dawn volume 16, which means we have maintained the status quo by reading a volume each the last 2 days, and we have cut into the amount that we are behind by. So I was looking at my shelf here, and if I finished through volume 20 of Yona today, I'd be completely caught up, and that's how much Yona I have. So you're picking up what I'm putting down, you know? This morning I also read through chapter 5 of the Spellshop. So far, a little meh on it. It's like a cozy fantasy romance, and there's something a little lackluster about it so far, even though I like the writing, I like the characters, I like the setup. Also, some of the feelings getting hurt and some of the magical punishments to me don't read very cozy, but whatever. And then today I want to finish, and this is what I will be continuing to read right after I finish at my desk, and that would be Carving for Cara. So basically, I never do this, right? I pick up books in good faith, and I usually never finish them for a rant. There, you know, there's been a couple where I was like, I'm just gonna finish them for the rant, but it's few and far between, right? Well, this is one of them. That from basically chapter 1, I knew that I was gonna be finishing for the rant. It's not that long, so it's like not that much of a commitment, but I was buddy reading it with Mikayla, and she had finished it, and she was like, please, can I spoil it? Can I spoil it? And I was like, absolutely, rant away, my queen. And the things that she said, oh, I know it's gonna be a rant, and I know I'm going to need some visual props for this rant. So I'd like to finish it today. I'd kind of like to film that today, but we'll see if I can go out and get that visual prop that I need. So we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, I've done a lot of reading in the past, I don't know, yesterday evening and this morning, so I'm pretty happy with that. As always, I have other things to do today, but I'll let you know any reading updates I get to. By the way, couple more things. One is I need to drink water. In this vlog, like, my life depends on it. I drink coffee every single morning, and then I try to have like one other drink that's not water. I don't drink alcohol, just personal preference. So that's already out the window. But I tried like juice, pop, all those things. I try to only have like one and then the rest be water. Well, I've been doing very like terrible with that. So we need to focus on drinking water. 2, I think I'm going to be on 30 and 30 sprints tonight now, which would be perfect to finish those Yona of the Dawn volumes and catch up for the first time. So I'm hyped about that. And then also I'm looking at all the books that I've read this month to update my wrap up and my reading journal and stuff. And I have, not including that book I'm going to have finished that I know is going to be a very poor raving. But so far this whole month I have read all 4 and 5 stars. I'm having such a great reading month so far, which is great because the last few months have not been that.
Here's a little peek into my reading journal updates and also the mushroom bowl that my sister got me, which obviously is adorable. She has such great taste, and when she's buying for me, she's like the best gift giver. Just know that. She's my favorite gift giver. But anyways, and you can also see like a sneak peek into my new desk setup. It's not a sneak peek, it's just a peek. It's just here. But anyways, I really love the new mouse pad that I got for my desk because my other one was not working anymore. It was old. It happens, but I was very excited to do the first entry for the Queen's Thief read-along on my read-along spread that I'm obsessed with. So I've been waiting all year to do this, and I'm really excited about it. And I also was able to knock out a bunch of different places and spreads where office hours was, including this end of the year TBR spread, which again, I'm using mushrooms on because that's my current obsession. Let me live. But yeah, I'm really happy to be on track with this TBR. I'm like exactly where I need to be on knocking it out. And then the 30 and 30 or 33 for 33, whatever, that was the thief. And then I also, did some of my September TBR because I'm a TBR girly now. I'm not. I am a mood reading gay. That's what that's what I am. But anyways, the oldest books TBR had office hours. The owned TBR had office hours. And here's 30 and 30.
This is so, like, this just came out like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, mistakes are made.
Yeah. We don't always know ahead of time is the hard part.
Right. Someone has to make a mistake to find
And
out.
then the next day was the Thief live show, which I accidentally spent the morning outside before that. Not on purpose, I assure you. I was dragged out by a child. Yeah.
The magus, whatever.
I don't remember.
The magus for 20 years. Let me live. Okay, I'm trying.
I listened to the audiobook. I still couldn't remember which one was.
I have it written down. You can see I have like the phonetics like spelled out.
I looked at Steph's annotations in office hours, and my physical TBR was knocked out.
Alright, we're going to do an update here because I want visuals. So it is not even 48 hours yet since we started this vlog. And we have finished Office Hours by Katrina Jackson. We have finished 14 through 20 of Yona of the Dawn. And we have finished volume 6 and 7 of the Apothecary Diaries. And we finished Carving for Cara. We read this much. We also made progress in the Spellshop, and we're also up to 52% of The Sun, the Shadow, The Sun, the Storm, the Shadows. Do you even see what I'm saying right now? Do you even see this? This is wild. We have been killing it. And by we, I mean me. So that means I only have one Apothecary Diaries left that I have with me. So might do that today. I want to finish The Sun, the Storm, and Shadows before continuing the manga. Because we are officially not only caught up on 30 to 30, 430, We are actually ahead. That's right, people, party people, we are actually ahead of what we need. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, so Yona of the Dawn through volume 20, it's still just like hinting at romance. It's not there yet, but you have a very naive princess. She very, very quickly, like first 3 volumes, has a lot of character growth. You have her bodyguard, and you also have quite a few other guys with different magical powers. It's not wide shoes or anything like that. It's a found family, and they are basically traveling the country trying to help people. And there's a lot of political things that I obviously won't spoil for you, but there's a lot of different factions, and I like the way that that is happening. So I'm about halfway through of what's published in the series, and it's supposed to be, you know, kind of wrapping up somewhere in the 40s maybe. So I'm like halfway through, but absolutely love it. I really think there's a lot of very quick growth at the beginning of the series, and it's just very enjoyable. So like all of these were 5 stars for me. The Sun, the Storm, and the Shadows, I'm 52% through. So far it's kind of average. You have these 2 sisters, and you have the points of view of each sister, so you don't have the POVs of the guys, just of these 2. And I don't really love that because they're together, and I don't know, I don't know. I feel like we could have done one or the other. It's fine. And so far, everything is pretty predictable. You know, traveling right on track. It's pretty basic romantic tropes. But it is the gods, and the mythology of the gods is based on Mayan mythology, which is cool. And they are Latinx characters, which is also great. So I am definitely planning on finishing that today. But so far, 52% in, it's pretty middle of the road. Nothing unpredictable, nothing shocking, but also fairly entertaining and enjoyable to read. Wow. I just hit record.
Hi.
All right. Ignore the Taco Bell on my shirt. Moving on with our lives. I DNF'd the Sun, the Storm, and the Shadows at 66%. I did read the last part. I read 2 pages, basically, of the last chapter to see what the reveal was. Okay. It's not that it was bad. It's just it was going to be a 3-star for me, and I really didn't care enough to read another 34% of the book. I didn't. It was not going to be a 5-star. I wasn't really into the idea of finishing it anymore, and sometimes that means a DNF for me personally. Then I DNF'd the Spellshop at 16%, so I read like 1% more today, and the idea of reading like 5 more hours of that book filled me with existential dread, and I was like, absolutely not. This is not working for me. I was only reading it because a couple of my friends really loved it, and them loving it, you know, isn't changed by me not loving it. But there was definitely something with the writing that was not clicking for me. There was something missing. And so I knew that it was not going to be that type of book. I just wasn't pulled through it. I was making myself read it. And it's not even that nothing was happening, because even though nothing was happening, that doesn't necessarily mean that I dislike a book, right? If the writing tone, if the authorial voice is there for me, if I'm really into the writing, I don't really care how much we're just spending time on the day-to-day life. That's okay. But unfortunately, there just was something missing for me, and I don't even think it was bad at all. I really don't. And I thought that the sentient plant was really cool and clever, but it wasn't gonna be for me, and I didn't want to keep reading it, so I stopped. So we have 2 DNFs, which means that my currently reading shelf is empty, and I want to take a break from fantasy, and I want to take a break from manga. So I think I'm going to start The Thief, another The Thief. This literally came up because I was looking for something with The Thief by Megan Whalen Turner. This is a mafia book where she steals from him, and it's a second chance, and I think he lets her steal from him, but then he makes her marry him or something like that. Chances of DNFing are high. They're super duper high. And if that happens, I'm probably either going to a reread or TikTok. So we shall see what that ends up being, but I am going to go ahead and start that. I think a mafia romance would be a good change of pace, and I kind of want to read this one. I want to check that out.
So it's almost 10 o'clock at night. I have a migraine. My Kindle is frozen and will not reset, and I am this close to deleting this vlog, so it might be time to go to sleep. I continued to have a migraine all day on Sunday. We went to my sister's and watched the Bengals game, and that was really the sum of the day. I read part of that one volume of manga and then finished it on Monday. So Sunday was kind of a wash.
All right. I still don't know if this vlog is going to see the light of day. I'm so serious. I tried new hair products. I can like feel product in my hair. I think it's from the leave-in conditioner because I did use a good bit of it. And I did not get a chance to brush my hair. I was literally doing it in a vehicle. So I don't know how I feel about that yet, but we shall see. I did like the shampoo and conditioner on my scalp. It's like minty tingly. All right, so my Kindle still not working. Okay, we're frozen on the screen. We were lighting up when we click the button, when we hold the button down. Now, as you can see, nothing is happening. Light's not coming on, nothing's happening. So I think there's a good possibility that this Kindle, after almost 4 years, is done. But it's not doing anything. So what can you do, you know? Borrowed my sister's Kindle because she still mostly reads on her phone, and then I'll be buying another Kindle here very shortly. But I am 13 minutes into Empire of Shadows by Jacquelyn Benson. This is a archaeological adventure. I like the whole intro so far. She has just arrived in South America, I think. Caribbean? I don't know. I don't remember. But so far so good on that. I also did finish Apothecary Diaries, so it is day 16 of September, and I have read 16 volumes of manga, so I'm still on track. And I did DNF the Thief. No one can steal anything or, you know, do any crime in Venice without his approval because he's the head of the mafia. And she's like, "You're not the boss of me. Who are you to tell me what to do? I don't work for you." And she's like, "All right, well, you're too dumb to live. I can't do this. I need you to be smarter than this, so no." So I DNF then and there. Anyways, that's it for today, or at least that's it for now. I still don't know if you're seeing this.
Well, voiceover me does know that you're seeing this because I did not do all this work editing for nothing. So at this point, we are locked in. You're absolutely getting this. The dense bean salad, delicious. Then the next day, I continued my streak of playing piano while the kids are at school. Barely hanging on to that, but this is a mushroom garland that my sister got me, so she continues to kill it out here. And then I updated my planner, finished off some sticker sheets, worked on reading journal stuff for October. I am really excited about that because I have new stickers from Paper Minty Studio. And then also I have some stickers I've been hanging on to since October of last year. And, you know, I don't know, it's such a great month to decorate for. So here's what September and October in my reading journal look like right now. I actually labeled fourth quarter correctly this time. This is a Ellen Montgomery quote from Anne of Green Gables that I love. It's obviously very popular for a reason, but yeah, I am kind of obsessed. I have Love in the Night readathon spread, and then also this is going to be my Bookopoly spread. I did not realize that the ghost sticker was transparent, so I ended up moving that around a little bit, but I'm obsessed. I love this style so much. And then I started The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter, a hit, a success. Next day, Wednesday, last day of the vlog actually, we continue the piano streak as I try to show you different angles of the same thing. My dog's cuddled on the couch because the kids are gone. I read a bunch while they were gone this day. Huge success. I am giggling and kicking my feet reading this book.
I love it.
So I immediately dived into the next volume, and I did end up finishing the one after this that night.
Well, party peoples, it is time to close out the vlog. So I got to 50% of Empires of Shadows today. Empire of Shadows, whatever the title is. And I can confidently say that so far the banter and the dynamic is perfect. It's exactly what you want if you're a fan of The Mummy. They have a lot of banter, a lot of antagonism, but is without malice. They actually like each other like as people, and there's never like any true hatred or contempt between them, which I really appreciate. 50% in, it's a long book, it's really good. The thing is the ebook is like $7.99, which is more than I can suggest that you pay for a book. I understand that is lower than traditionally published ebooks right now, but it's ridiculous. It is too much. It's too much. So if you can get this from your library, I would really recommend that. But if you are in the market to buy this type of priced ebook, I will say that this is a really good book. I'm really enjoying it. So as far as that goes, I do recommend it. But if I had to buy it and it wasn't gifted to me, I would still not know. Like I would not buy it myself, so I can't really tell you to, you know? And then I read volumes 2 and 3 today of The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter, and what that title means, I think, because yesterday I read the first one. Okay, I have through 4 that are out in English, and I'm gonna read 4 later today, but I need to go cook supper and do other things. So I need to get this vlog started on the editing, so I need to film this clip right now before I finish that last volume. I can't wait. But anywho, so basically, okay, this is so great. It's so great, okay? I love it. I love it so much. All right, so he is overworked and he's an accountant and he's in Japan. And on his walk home, he sees this girl being sucked down into the ground, and he goes to help her and he's sucked down with her. So the two of them are taken to this other world, this parallel world, through this magical portal. And she was, you know, the one that was chosen to fight the magical, you know, plague and everything, and he was just an extra. He was just accidentally sucked in because he tried to help her, so they weren't planning on him coming or anything, but they are like, you know, nice to him and like he's honored and stuff, but he doesn't have a job. But he like has to work. He's a workaholic, so he goes into the accounting department in this other world and is like fixing all of the budgets and stuff, because the accounting department literally just says yes to everything, because the other nobility and knights and the royal family, yada yada, obviously they all outrank them, so they can't tell them no to the budget requests, but like they're gonna run out of money. So this guy is like single-handedly fixing it. And then there's like the head knight or whatever, who is also magical. He gets involved with him. It's this really cute romance. And also there is like healing magic and sex magic, and you know, I have to kiss you in order to save your life, and I love it so much. I am like giddy about this series. It is so fun. I read volume 1 yesterday, 2 and 3 today, and I want to read 4 today too. And then that's it. That's all that's out right now, and I just need it. I need more. And we went to the library. That was correct. When we're looking at the video, you'll be able to read it. So anyways, I love a good fantasy romance manga. Clearly I have a type, and this is it. And it's great. All the tropes, it's like, oh, that's so convenient, but also absolutely give it to me. Give me the next one too. Oh, it's so good. I am having the best time with this. So that's my update. So I ended up reading all of this and all of this and all of this and all of this and all of this in this week reading vlog. So pretty successful. And yeah, that's all I've got for you, I guess. But hopefully I don't get too annoyed editing this vlog after not being sure if I would even keep it all this time, right, kidders? Yeah. So anyways, that's that. You'll see this on Sunday. This is Wednesday. So I gave you 1 week's worth of reading. Obviously 30 and 30 has been taking up a lot of my reading time, but also I'm technically ahead. I'm technically ahead on 30 and 30 right now, so I'm pretty excited. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I'm hoping to stay ahead, and then hopefully in the 24 and 24 vlog that comes out right after this, actually be done with 30 and 30 ahead of schedule. So we'll see if I can make that happen, but that's my plan. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a completely random weekly reading vlog. completely random weekly reading vlog. Completely random weekly reading vlog. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. But anyhow, me and the cat say goodbye.